So let's look into another concept, that is binomial theorem, which comes under this module 2. So what is this binomial theorem? Basically, you will be dealing with the two terms or two variables. Okay, when you deal with two variables, it is called as binomial. And what exactly is the formula for it? So for example, let us say x and y, they are real numbers. X and y, they are real numbers, and we can have the coefficient of x plus y whole raised to n. So what is this x plus y whole raised to n? So this is nothing but summation of r is equal to 0 to n NCR x raised to r y raised to n minus r. Okay, so this is basically your binomial theorem for a positive integer n. Okay, so we tell this as a formula for binomial theorem, where x and y are any real numbers. And this is, see, we write this formula whenever a problem is given based on the two terms. Here two terms are x and y, two variables are x and y, and n is a positive integer, and x plus y whole raised to n can be written as the summation of r is equal to 0 to n NCR. So this term is the coefficient, as we say, and this is also called as NCR. And when we substitute r for 0 to n, we get NC0, NC1, NC2, and so on. So these are nothing but, see, the values that we substitute for r is equal to 0, so on up till n. In this position, this is called as the binomial coefficients. Or if I want to say, the binomial coefficients are NC0, NC1, NC2. See, we usually denote this as the NCR term. So this represents the binomial coefficient, and this whole formula is related to your binomial theorem. And see, how we can simplify this further is we can rewrite them as summation of r is equal to 0 to n. I can write this as NCR. It can also be reversed. The powers can be reversed. X raised to n minus r, y raised to r. So I can also reverse this term. So next, how do we denote the multinomial theorem? So this applies to just two terms, but when we have got more than two variables, how do we apply the formula for it? And that is called the multinomial theorem. Multiple terms or multiple variables in the expression. Okay, so we also have multinomial coefficient. Similarly, compared to your binomial coefficient, here again, once again, n is a positive integer, and the general term in the expansion is, it can be written as, see, we have got x and y previously as the two terms, but now here we have got more than two terms here in the expression. So let's say x1 plus x2 plus x3 so on plus xk raised to n. It can be given as the formula corresponding to multinomial theorem. So what is this multinomial theorem? So given multiple terms raised to the positive integer n is nothing but the summation of, say, I can write it as the summation of ni and n, c, n1, n2, and so on up till nk. We have got k terms, right, into x1 raised to n1, x2 raised to n2, and so on into xk raised to nk. So this is your multinomial theorem, and this represents exactly the multinomial coefficient. Okay, so whenever we have got many terms n1, n2 up till nk, and this clearly represents, see, whenever a question is given this form, let's say for example you have got x plus 2y minus 3z plus 4u and so on, whole raised to 12. So how can we say? First of all, we can clearly determine that it is a multinomial term, or it belongs to multinomial theorem. And then we have to apply this formula. Based on the number of terms, we can decide it belongs to a multinomial category or a binomial category. So once we know it, we are going to write the formula. So this entire thing represents a multinomial theorem. So I repeat, x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus so on plus xk whole raised to n is nothing but the summation of ni for NCR, that is NC, N1, N2 and so on up till Nk. So given k terms into x1 raised to n1, x2 raised to n2 and so on up till xk raised to nk. Okay, sk raised to nk. So now where this term actually denotes the summation over all the ni's. Okay, summation of all the ni's, that is from n1, n2 up till nk. And we know that the summation of all these finally will lead to this term. Finally will lead to the term. Okay, next moving to the problem, let's solve some problems related to binomial as well as multinomial theorem. Let's go through some of the problems. Okay, so given a problem, prove the following identities for a positive integer n, wherein we have got two sub questions here, nc0 plus nc1 plus nc2 plus so on plus ncn equals 2 raised to n. That is the first sub question. And the second sub question is nc0 minus nc1, okay, plus nc2 plus so on plus minus 1 whole raised to n into ncn is equal to 0. So first of all we need to judge to which category the particular term belongs to, or to which category does the question belongs to. So while inferring the first sub question, you can say that the question does not say you whether we have to use multinomial or binomial theorem, right? So basically you are given some the coefficients, and by this coefficient it is very clear that it is belonging to a binomial theorem category. As we have already seen in binomial theorem, what did we have is we have got in this form binomial theorem, and then we are having these many coefficients. So this applies to the same category. You can observe both of these sub questions belongs to binomial theorem. So now first what we have to do is, once we know that it belongs to the binomial theorem category, we are supposed to write the formula. So as we know, the binomial theorem can be stated as, so let's say for any positive integral index n, so it can be written as x plus y whole raised to n is nothing but the summation of r is 0 to n ncr x raised to r y raised to n minus r, or we can interchange the indexes. Okay, so now, so given the question, what we have is just infer the rightmost portion. We are supposed to get 2 raised to n, okay, and we are supposed to prove the following things. So how can we get 2 raised to n in the as per the question? So now you can infer that, okay, if we have to get 2 raised to, so what will be the value of x? Obviously the x value should be 1 and y is 1. So now we are going to take x is equal to 1 and y equals to 1. So what happens when we take x is 1 and y is 1? So we get 2 raised to n is nothing but, yes, we have already got the question, the rightmost portion of the question. So that is 2 raised to n is nothing but, let's substitute x is 1 and y is 1 overall wherever there is x and y respectively. So it's nothing but the summation of, so I can write this as summation of r is equal to 0 to n NCR. Okay, and in place of x you're going to write 1, and in place of y you're going to write 1 itself. So 1 raised to r, 1 raised to n minus r. So this in general will be reduced to what? So it will be reduced to summation of r is 0 to n, and instead of writing these two, we can say that 1 raised to any power will be 1 itself. So it is nothing but writing it as NCR. So or simplified form we can write this as, we are substituting r is 0 to n, so on. That means we are going on substituting the value of r is 0 once for this particular time. For the next time we are going to substitute r is equal to 1 and so on up till you reach the value n. So what you will be getting finally is 2 raised to n is nothing but NC0 plus NC1, we denote like this, plus NC2 and so on plus NCN. So just see whether we have reached the question or just see whether we have arrived at the result. Just observe the question. What we have got is NC0 plus NC1 plus NC2 plus so on plus NCN is 2 raised to n. Yes, we have reached the question. Okay, this is what we have to prove. So coming to the second B part, that is, you are going to prove the rightmost portion or the result is 0. Result is 0. So thereby it is very clear one of them has to have the reverse of the sign. So for example, if I take x is 2, y has to be minus 2. Like that, if I take x is 1, y has to be minus 1, or vice versa, in order to have the result as 0 raised to n is or 0. Okay, and then you can get this particular portion. So now let's actually we need to, if these were separate questions, we need to again write the formula, but however I am directly continuing with the value substitution because it is in the same sub question. So now let's take x equals 1 and instead of 1 I can also take minus 1 or y is equal to 1, but I have to take just the reverse. So taking x is minus 1 and y is 1. So now you're going to substitute in your binomial theorem. So just recall the binomial theorem. This is the binomial theorem. X plus y whole raised to n is summation of r is 0 to n NCR x raised to r y raised to n minus r. So we're going to substitute x is equal to minus 1 and y is equal to 1 in this given formula. So when you do that, what you're going to get is you will be getting 0 raised to n, which is I can directly write 0. So I'll just avoid writing this. I'll write 0 is equal to, so how could this be? A summation of, so I'll write it here, it's nothing but summation of r is 0 to n and NCR. So in place of x you have already substituted x is equal to minus 1, so I'll be writing here minus 1 raised to r and 1 raised to n minus r. Okay, so now how will you continue further is basically you can avoid this term. This is nothing but you just write 1, and you can also continue with the expansion of this formula. That is, I can substitute r is equal to 0. When I substitute r is equal to 0, I'll get NC 0, and in the next trial I need to substitute the value of r is equal to 1. So when I do that, if I substitute 1, it becomes minus 1 raised to 1. It's nothing but minus 1, so it will be minus of NC1. Likewise, it is in opposite signs, NC2 minus NC3, so on up till you get plus. When you substitute the last value, that is n, what do you get actually? What do you get is, I'll be writing it over here, so plus minus 1 raised to n, right? In place of r, you are substituting n. So minus 1 raised to n, NCn. So this is the thing. So you get 0 here is equal to this entire term. So just verify you have got the same thing or not. So you can observe it, you have got the same thing. NC0 minus NC1 plus NC2 plus so on, plus minus 1 raised to n, NCn is 0. So this is how we can prove the respective identities. So coming to the next question. So in the next question, so they have asked you a different problem wherein you have to evaluate based on the formula. So you are given numbers and you are supposed to judge the value. So you can observe the question directly whether we have to apply binomial or multinomial theorem. From the question, it is very clear that it has got many terms. You can observe it's like n1 is 5, n2 is 3, n3 is 2, n4 is 2, and your value of n is given as 12. So just if you recall the theorem, this will be n, and these are n1, n2, n3, and so on up till nk. And what is your multinomial theorem? So this is exactly your multinomial theorem, and it is given by x1 plus x2 plus x3 so on plus xk whole raised to n is summation of ni n c n1 n2 up till nk, x1 raised to n1, x2 raised to n2, so on up till xk raised to nk, where n1, n2, nk, they are the terms and n is the positive integer. Okay, so now we are going to substitute. So before substituting, we know directly how we can evaluate this term. So this is like you are writing it as directly you can write this as see, I am writing it over here. It is 12 factorial by 5 factorial into 3 factorial, 2 factorial into 2 factorial. So we can write this directly, which is nothing but which sums to 1,66,320. So whenever you are given a multinomial theorem formula, you have to write it directly. We know that it is n factorial by n1 into n1 factorial into n2 factorial into n3 factorial into up still so on up till nk factorial. We have already seen this formula. So coming to the next problem. So in this problem, you are given the sum. You are supposed to find out the sum of all the coefficients in the expansion. Okay, sum of all the coefficients in the expansion of the given terms. So in the first term, you are given a binomial. This is the binomial term, and this is the multinomial term. And based on this expansion, you are supposed to derive or obtain the sum of the coefficients for x plus y raised to 10 and x plus 2y minus 3z plus 2u plus 3v whole raised to 12. Okay, this is an important question. So what we have to do, how can we start, is you can first write the formula. You know the formula for the first sub question, which is x plus y whole raised to n. So I'll write it over here. So how can we solve this? Basically, we can write this as x plus y whole raised to n is nothing but summation of r 0 to n ncr x raised to r y raised to n minus r. So I can write it like this. And then further I need to get the final value, that is I need to have in some formula when I get where I can substitute the value of 10. Okay, so how can I get this value? So let us take x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1, as we have seen the previous sum problem. So when we take x is 1 and y is 1, we get 2 raised to n is summation of r is 0 to n ncr, right? We have seen this nc0, which is nothing but nc0 plus nc1 plus so on up till ncn. This is what we know from the previous problem, right? So you're using this formula to directly substitute the value of n. So in place of n, we have actually got the value 10, right? So now we are going to write directly. So they have asked you what is, you have to obtain the sum of the coefficients. That is nothing but your term, this particular term. So I can say the sum of coefficients for x plus y whole raised to 10 is nothing but 2 raised to 10. So this is the answer for the first sub question here, x plus y whole raised to 10. So next, how we can get this one? How can we get 12? That is basically we need to substitute the value of n wherever there is n, we have to substitute it by 12. So let's see how we can write this multinomial theorem first. So now given, let me write the second sub question. So how do you write the multinomial theorem? So we know by multinomial theorem that x1 plus x2 plus so on plus xk whole raised to n is nothing but summation of ni nc n1 n2 so on nk into x1 raised to n1 into x2 raised to n2 into x3 raised to n3 and so on up till xk raised to nk. So this is the basic multinomial theorem formula. So now what we are supposed to do is we are first of all, let's substitute the all values of x1, x2 and so on up till xk is 1. So what happens if we substitute the values of x1, all the terms, that is x1, x2, xk as 1, what do we get actually is, we get summation of, or we get 1 raised to 1 instead of 1. We have got k terms, so basically it is k raised to n equals to summation of ni into n and n1 comma n2 comma n3 and so on up till nk, okay, into, instead of we are replacing x1, x2, x3 and so on xk with 1. So we get 1 raised to n1, 1 raised to n2 and so on 1 raised to nk, which is nothing but your term 1 itself. So now this is the simplified form wherever we substitute the value of different terms x1, x2 up till xk as 1. So now how can we solve further this problem? How we can derive the sum of the coefficients of this particular term. So let's see to substitute the value of n given as 12 here in the given multinomial theorem. Okay, so we know the multinomial theorem, which is nothing but the summation of the terms. So let's write all these terms and split this based on the multinomial theorem formula. So let me write the question now. So I'll rewrite them. So it is the question says x plus 2y minus 3z plus 2u okay, plus 3v whole raised to 12. Okay, this is the question. We are supposed to find the sum of the coefficients of this term. So it's nothing but the summation of ni and n. Here I have to write the value of n. Here it is given as 12 and all the terms. So all the terms, they are, so these are x1 x2 up till sk term, but here we are going to write n1 n2 and so on up till nk into x1 raised to n1. So what is your x1? So this is your x1, this is your x2, this is your x3, and this is x4, and this is x5. So you are going to write x1 raised to n1, x2 raised to n2, like that. So what is your x1? It is x. So x raised to n1, okay, and x2, what is the value of x2 here? It is 2y. So we are going to write into 2y whole raised to n2, and again x3, which is nothing but minus 3z. So I am going to write minus 3z whole raised to n3, and 2u whole raised to n4, and 3v whole raised to n5. Okay, let's simplify this term. So this is nothing but summation of ni into 12. Let me write them as it is, n1 n2 so on nk into, so let's write the coefficients first. So 2 raised to n2 we get, and minus 3 raised to n3, 2 raised to n4, 3 raised to n5. So we'll write this first, okay, followed by other terms, other variables, that is x raised to n1, y raised to n2, and z raised to n3, okay, u raised to n4, and finally v raised to n5. Okay, so this represents, these represents actually, okay, these represent the different ways of the ways in which we have separated the numbers from the variables. So we are supposed to find the sum of the coefficients, okay, that is we are going to find out the value. So this represents the sum of the coefficients. Basically we need to substitute the value of all these x, y, z, u and v as 1. Okay, so now let's start substituting, taking x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1, z is 1, u is 1 and v is 1 over the term. So what we get is, we get 1 plus 2 minus 3 plus 2 plus 3 whole raised to 12, which is nothing but summation of ni into 12, okay, n1, n2, up till what we can say is, instead of nk we have got how many terms? We can write n5 directly, and we can write them as 2 raised to n2 minus 3 raised to n3, 2 raised to n4 and 3 raised to n5. This much only, and since we have substituted all these x, y, z and all them as 1, we can avoid this, we can exclude it. Is same as 1 raised to any power will be 1 itself. So directly we are writing it like this. So we are supposed to find out this value, the sum of the coefficient, which is given by this term. So what exactly is the value of this term is 1 plus 2, which is number 3 minus 3, plus 2 plus 3, which is nothing but totally the sum of the coefficient is 5 raised to 12. So let's take another problem related to multinomial theorem. So given the question, that is, we are supposed to determine the coefficients of x, y, z square. So we have to look into this portion and in the expansion of this term. So when you observe this term, it contains more than 2 terms, that is we have got 2x as the first term, y as the second term and z as the third term. So it basically groups under multinomial theorem. So we have to expand this based on multinomial theorem. So what does multinomial theorem states is, so it here the value of n is 4, So now we are going to write the multinomial theorem. So according to multinomial theorem, we have got n and nc n1 comma n2 comma n3 and so on up till nk, but here we have got just 3 terms, so I'll be writing up till n3 into x1 n1. So what is there in place of x1? In place of x1 we have got 2x, so we can write 2x whole power n1 and x2 raised to n2. What is x2? x2 is minus 5, so minus y raised to n2 into minus z raised to n3. Okay, so now see, we want x, y, z square. So what should be the respective values of n1, n2 and 3? We have to take, let's take n1 is 1, n2 is 1 and n3 is 2, right? Why? Because we need x, y, z square. So while we calculate the coefficient of x, y, z square, the remaining terms will be the coefficient. So I will be writing here the coefficient of x, y, z square is 4 and substitute the respective values of n1, n2, n3 over here. So what do you get? 4 into 1, 1, 2, okay, into 2 raised to n1. What is n1? This 1 into minus 1 raised to n2. What is the value of n2? 1 into minus 1 raised to n3. What is the value of n3? It is 2. So this is the coefficient. So if you try to simplify this further, so this can be written as 4 factorial into 1 factorial, 1 factorial, 2 factorial. So wherein I can split this as 4 into 3 factorial, wherein 2 factorial gets cancelled into, here what will be this term basically? So this term will be 2 into minus 1 into 1, or it is nothing but minus 2. Okay, so this will be, as I've told, 4 into 3 into 2 factorial, wherein this cancels 2 factorial, and then you can this term will be 2 into minus 1 into minus 1 whole square, which is 1, which is nothing but minus 2. So it will be 4 into 3, 12, 2s are 24, minus sign. So we get minus 24 is the answer. So as you know, this how we can write this whole term as this is your n, this is n1, n2, n3. So the formula of n and n1, n2, n3 will be n factorial by n1 factorial into n2 factorial into n3 factorial. So this is how. So based on that, I have substituted the values over here. So let's take another question, so which is based on the same concept of multinomial theorem. Okay, so let's say we have got a question that is we need to find the coefficient of a square b cube c square d raised to 5 in the expansion of a plus 2b minus 3c plus 2d plus 5 whole raised to 16. So you can observe this is the value of n that we get, that we have to use it, and this is term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4 and term 5. So totally there are 5 terms. So we are using multinomial theorem. So according to multinomial theorem, so it will be n, what is the value of n here? 16 into n1. How many terms are there? There are 5 terms basically. And these are the values of x1, x2, x3, x4 and x5. So I'll be writing like this: into x1, that is a raised to n1, into x2, that is 2b raised to n2, minus x into x3 whole raised to n3 into 2d whole raised to n4, and last term is 5 whole raised to n5. Okay, so as we know, the sum of all these terms is nothing but the value of n, which is 16. So if we do not know one term, we can derive from the other values. So what we need to get is, we need to get the coefficient of a square, b cube, c square and d5. So let us substitute the value of n1, n2, n3, n4 respectively. So let's take n1 equal to, we want a square, so let n1 be 2, n2 let it be 3, we want b cube. So next is c square. So what should be the value of n3? Should be 2. What should be the value of n4? N4 has to be 5. But we do not know what is n5. But however we know n is nothing but sum of all the terms, so we can derive what is n5. So we have n value is 16, right? So it is 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 5 plus n5. So it is nothing but 16 minus 12 is n5, or n5 is 4. Okay, or n5 is 4. So next what we can do is, we have to find out the coefficient of, so let's write here, coefficient of a square, b cube, c square, d raised to 5. So in the expansion, so how we can get it? So we can get it from all these terms, you can observe. So a square, we have given the values of n1, n2, n3, n4 and n5. So we will be getting a square, b cube, c square, d raised to 5, and anything apart from these will be the coefficient. So the coefficient of a square, b cube will be 16. Let's substitute what we get over here. n1 values we are given as 2, and n2 is 3, n3 is 2, n4 is 5 and n5 is 4 into 2 raised to n2. So you can observe 2 other terms are already obtained, right? That will be the a square, b cube, c square, d5. 2 raised to n2. What is the value of n2? We have got 3 into minus 3 raised to, what's the value of n3? Value of n3 is 2 into 2 raised to n4. What is the value of n4? 5 into 5 raised to, what's the value of n5? We get 4. So this will be the simplified form of, or the coefficient of a square, b cube, c square and d raised to 5. So you can also further simplify this term. So this is all about binomial and multinomial theorems, and we can also have several problems related to the same concept. And in the next video session, you will be looking into combinations with the reputations. Thank you.